created and managed by people who live a lie, but living right and claim right is living life. What's right when your opinion?
Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I have no lashes on. Anyway, so today's video is going to be another girl talk video. I know you guys really enjoy these. So I figured I'd film really quickly while Arya is sleeping. So let's get into it. Girl talk, here we go. The title is Dating a Married Man. Oh yes, it's about to get messy. Hi Blessing, I love your channel. I'm absolutely obsessed with your videos and wanted your honest advice on an issue. You got it, girl. So I'm a sophomore in college studying business administration, and for the past 2 years I have been dating a married man. I met him online on a dating website. I did not know he was married because his profile said single. We began talking and finally decided to meet in person. When I met him, he seemed older than his pictures, so I asked him how old he was. He told me he was 40. And mind you, I'm only 22 years old. Well, to me, age doesn't really matter. I found him interesting, so we continued dating. He showered me with gifts, money, and started paying for my tuition, and even got me my own apartment. Okay. Months went by. While we were hanging out, his phone went off, and I noticed on the call display it said wifey. So I asked him about it, and he opened up to me and told me that was his wife. That they were having issues and he wasn't into her anymore. So I didn't make anything of it. I figured it's her problem and not mine. Ooh, girl. And as our relationship progressed, I got to meet his 2 kids, 2 sons, and his wife. He introduced me to them as his friend. Well, it's been 2 years now, and we have been dating secretly and continue to go on lavish trips together. However, a few months ago, one of his sons found me on Instagram and began to threaten me. I really don't want to end this relationship, but I also don't want to deal with the threats anymore. What do you think I should do, because I can't afford to finish college without his help? I need your advice. Much love. I'm not going to say her name. Okay. You asked me for my honest opinion, so I'm going to give it to you. So y'all don't come for me if I am being a bit harsh. But honestly, I just want to start off by saying you don't get any points for being the side chick. You are the side chick in every sense of the word possible. Your relationship started off as a lie. He lied to you about being single. He lied to you about his age. He lied to you about his family, his kids. Like, everything started off as a lie. But what really gets to me is the fact that, actually, the whole email gets to me, to be honest. What I'm trying to get you to understand is I don't know why you think that it's not your problem and it's her problem. Because as a woman, what you're doing is you're breaking a home. Like I said, you get no points for being a side chick. And the truth is, at the end of the day, he goes home to her every night, okay? She has his last name. She has his kids. You're just there to fulfill whatever need he feels like he's missing or lacking right now. But you're just a side piece. And it's been 2 years. If he really wasn't into her anymore, as he told you, he's had 2 years to file for separation. He's had 2 years to file for paperwork for divorce. He's had 2 years to make steps and, towards something. But the fact that he hasn't done any of that tells me that he's not going to get a divorce. He's not trying to break his family. To him, this is all fun and games. He's got you, pretty young thing over here to, mess around or have a quickie with, and then he's still got his wife and his family and his sons and all of that. But what you have to understand is that karma is a bitch. And when karma wants to get you, it's going to get you. It doesn't matter how old you are, what color you are, what ethnicity you are. When karma wants to get you, it's going to get you. And what's happening to you right now is karma. His son finding you on Instagram and threatening you Like, that's karma's way of telling you what you're doing is jacked up and you shouldn't be doing it. The fact that he took you to his house and introduced you to his family as his friend, I mean, what more of a sign do you need that this relationship is not a relationship? And you're not even seeing it as a relationship, honestly, because it seems to me you're more interested in the materialistic things that he's doing for you rather than him as a person, which really sucks. Because let me tell you something, there's nothing more rewarding than knowing that everything you have is because of your hard work. You wouldn't be the first you're not going to be the first person who's had to work 2 jobs to get through college. You're not going to be the first person who's had to apply for a scholarship, or the first person who's applied for a student loan just to get through college. That's what those resources are there for. You know, I worked 2 jobs to get through college. Like, even now I work 2 jobs to get through life. Like, your work ethic, that's what makes you a better person in life. Okay, after you graduate from university with your business administration degree, you need to work. You're going to have to work. So you're not going to have people in life just handing things to you and giving you things for free. Like, that's where you build work ethic in college, in high school. You going out there and providing for yourself and doing stuff for yourself builds work ethic. So the fact that you don't have that right now and you're just kind of being lavished and pampered, I mean, good for you. Unfortunately, the rest of us don't have those resources because we've had to work for everything that we have. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that there's no better feeling than knowing, okay, let's say you've always wanted a purse, or you've always wanted to buy a house or buy a specific type of car or something luxurious that you've always wanted. The feeling of working your butt off and being able to walk into a store and afford that thing that you've always wanted is the most amazing feeling ever. But you don't know what that feels like because you're over here ripping the benefits or the fruit of someone else's labor. You're taking away from this woman's family, and those aren't meant for you. Those lavish things, they're not meant for you because he's not your husband. You know what I mean? Like, you are in such, like, you're breaking a home, and you should understand that everything that you do to somebody else, how you treat someone else's property is the same way somebody's going to treat your property. Let's say you decide to get married one day and have your own kids, like, and you end up with a daughter. How are you going to explain to your daughter that, oh, when mommy was younger, she used to date married men? Like, what if your daughter comes to you and says, Mom, how was your childhood? Or how were you when you were a teenager? Or how were you when you were a young adult? Are you going to tell your daughter, oh, Mom used to date married men? And you have to understand, like, you have to live a life that you won't be ashamed of. Life of just, selling your body for free. Because that's basically what you're doing. You're selling your body for free. Because this man doesn't give 2 hoots about you. So you telling me that you cannot finish college without him, that's just an excuse. Because you can finish college. You can go out there, get a job, and work your ass off and pay for college and do what you have to do. So it's not his responsibility to help you go through college. The fact that he's doing it, good, but that's not his responsibility to do that. You can get through college on your own with your work ethic, and it will be even more fulfilling to you as an individual to know that you did all of that by yourself. And telling me that you don't know how to end a relationship, you end a relationship the same way you started it. That thing in between your legs, if you choose to keep it close to him and decide, okay, I am no longer going to sell my body to you for cheap. I am no longer going to continue to break your home. I'm no longer going to continue to be your side chick or be a home wrecker. I'm choosing myself. I'm choosing to better myself. I'm choosing to work hard. If you want to take away everything that you have given me so far, the materialistic things, that's fine. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to survive. I'm going to work hard so that one day I can have those things on my own. But I'm no longer going to give you sex, because that's what he wants from you, is sex. That's what you've been giving him for the last 2 years. If you decide, I'm no longer going to open my legs for you, he's going to get the point that you're no longer interested, and you can end this relationship. You're getting threats from his son because you're breaking their home. Like, how do you feel knowing that this man is spending all of his time on you, and his kid over here probably needs braces or something? Like, that is not a good feeling. I just feel like as women, it's really important to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Like, what you wouldn't want somebody doing to you, you shouldn't do to other people. Like, it's common sense, but just know that one day, let's say you get into a relationship now, somebody who loves you, somebody who you adore and want to spend the rest of your life with, how would you feel? Like, there are other girls out there with the same mentality that you have, with the same, oh, it's not my problem, it's your problem, or she must not be doing something right type attitude. There are other girls out there with that same mentality. So let's say you meet another version of you out there. Another version of you comes into your relationship now and tries to break it. How would you feel? You really have to put yourself in other people's shoes. And I just want you to understand that what you're doing is dead wrong. It's dead wrong. You're a side chick and you get no brownie points for that. Don't you want to meet somebody that you don't have to hide, or you don't have to be in a secret relationship with? Don't you want to meet somebody that is not going to introduce you to his family as his friend, but rather his lover, you know, his best friend, someone that he wants to spend the rest of his life with, but not as a friend? Don't you want to meet somebody that you guys can work together and struggle together and earn your things together? Like, that is the most fulfilling feeling ever, knowing that you have worked your butt off to get that degree, knowing that you have worked your butt off to afford the things that you have. But when you're sitting here posting things on Instagram of your lavish trips and the things that he's buying you, that's fake, because that, you didn't work for that. Somebody gave those things to you. Somebody that shouldn't be giving those things to you. Like, you're taking bread from somebody else's mouth. And I'm sorry, but everything that's happening right now is karma. And as a 22-year-old, you're old enough to understand that what goes around comes around. And you're old enough to understand that your body, that's your sanctuary. Your body is your most prized possession, and you need to treat it as such. You don't just open your legs for anybody that you meet. A 40-year-old man, how do you know you're the only young girl that he is tricked into thinking, oh, I'm not married or anything like that? Like, he lied to you from the very beginning. You're 22-year-old. You're in college. I'm sure you're beautiful, and I'm sure you're very smart. You can meet people in college. They might not be able to fly you to Dubai, but that doesn't mean that one day that won't be a possibility. They might not be able to do it right now, but who knows? 5-6 years down the road, they might own their own private jet and be able to fly you anywhere you want. But you have to understand that material things aren't everything in life. It's okay to work. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to build work ethic. You don't have to sleep with men for these things. You don't have to sell your body. You don't have to sell yourself short. Treat your body as gold. Your body, this is your sanctuary. Love yourself enough to know that my body, any man who comes in contact with me, any man who I decide to open my legs for, has to be somebody that I have a connection with, has to be somebody that loves me and understands me and actually, you know, treats me as a queen, treats me as somebody that has respect for me, but not somebody that I'm just going to sleep with so that I can have a trip to Mexico or whatever. Like, don't do that. Don't sell yourself short, and never go through life with the mentality of, oh, it's not my problem, it's your problem. Because not only is it her problem, but it's also your problem. You don't expect me to believe that she's naive, that his wife is naive enough to think that the day that her husband brought you to their home, you don't really believe that she didn't know y'all had something going on. I mean, if my husband comes home with a young 22-year-old and says, honey, meet my friend, you really think she believed that? She knows something's up. She knows y'all got something going on. Which is probably why her son ended up finding you on Instagram, which is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. That's why her son found you on Instagram. So don't feel like, oh, this woman is dumb and doesn't know what's going on behind her back. Because she probably does. She most likely does. She 100% does. No 40-year-old man is going to bring a 22-year-old woman home and say, honey, this is my friend, and not think anything of it. Like that. I hope what you get from this video is that you need to treat your body as gold, and you need to understand that what you have in between your legs is power. It's your power. The same way you started this relationship is the same way you can end it. You don't have to sleep with men for money. You don't have to sleep with men to pay your tuition. You can work. You can work. That's why they have part-time jobs. That's why they have, you're not going to be the first person who's had to work for, to pay their way through college. The fact that you're in college and wanting to better your life is amazing, but you can work to get there. It's going to fulfill you. It might not be the thousands of dollars that you're getting now, but at the end of the day, you want to live your life knowing that you were honest, knowing that you did everything the right way, and you want to live your life and own the things that you own, knowing that you worked hard honestly and you did everything possible, and it was your blood, sweat, and tears that got you those things, but not piggybacking off of somebody else's life or lifestyle. Because I do believe you have a moral conscience, and the reason I'm saying that is because the fact that you wrote me and the fact that you took the time out basically to write me an email and tell me this makes me feel like you do have a moral conscience and you do understand that what you're doing is wrong. But I'm not sure if I believe that you do want to stop, because the end of your email kind of threw me off when you said I can't afford to go to college without his help. I don't know if you're going to stop. That line alone makes me feel like you're not going to stop, but I'm just letting you know right now that being a side chick gets you nowhere, and breaking homes gets you nowhere. It's going to come back on you. So live a life, an honest life, a life that you're not going to be embarrassed to tell your kids one day about. I don't feel like you're going to stop, but if you do stop, it would be appreciated. Just know that there is somebody out there with the same mentality as you that you just may cross paths with one day, and that would be the day that you have found the love of your life that you just want to spend the rest of your life with. And someone out there with the same mentality as you is going to try to break your home and is going to tell you, it's not my problem, it's your problem. So I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. God bless, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And what else? Let me know what other videos you guys want me to do, but I'll keep doing the girl talks. And if you have any topics you guys want me to talk about, send it below in my email. I'll have everything in the description box. I am just rambling. I need to get off. I need to go eat. Bye.